President Trump has authorized the United States Navy to destroy any Iranian fast boats that attempt to put mines in the water or disrupt passage through the Strait of Hormuz, to shoot and kill. Our commanders have clear rules of engagement. If Iran is putting mines in the water or otherwise threatening American commercial shipping or American forces, we will shoot to destroy.
At 02:40 local time in the strategic waters of the Strait of Hormuz, the United States Navy launched a major minesweeping operation to clear Iranian-laid mines and secure the vital international shipping lane after repeated threats from Tehran to close the strait. Iranian mines posed an immediate danger to oil tankers and global trade, with helicopters providing close guard from above and F-35 Lightning IIs from the USS Abraham Lincoln ready to deliver precision strikes on any approaching IRGC vessels. The mission left nothing to chance. Operation Clear Passage had just begun, on the decks and in the combat centers of the USS Gravely and supporting minesweeper vessels. The crews prepared with focused intensity. Sailors checked towed mine-hunting sonar arrays, unmanned underwater vehicles, UUVs, and mechanical sweep gear designed to cut and detonate mines. Explosive Ordnance Disposal (EOD) teams loaded their RHIBs with specialized tools, diving equipment, and countermine charges. Helicopter crews on nearby amphibious ships ran final checks on their MH-60R Seahawks and MH-53E Sea Dragon minesweeping helicopters, ensuring door gunners and sensors were fully operational. Every man knew the stakes. One undetected mine could sink a tanker and trigger a global energy crisis. The mood was calm, but deadly serious. The US Navy was here to reopen the strait safely and show Iran that threats would be met with superior technology and force. At 03:05, the minesweeping operation launched. A formation of 3 Avenger-class minesweepers and 2 littoral combat ships moved slowly into the designated danger zone, their hulls equipped with advanced sonar quietly scanning the seabed. Towed arrays and UUVs were deployed, sending live data back to the command ships. From above, 4 MH-60R Seahawk helicopters took up protective orbits, their powerful searchlights and FLIR cameras sweeping the dark water and coastline for any sign of Iranian activity. 2 MH-53E Sea Dragon helicopters joined them, dragging heavy mechanical sweep gear through the water to trigger and destroy any floating or moored mines. The helicopters maintained constant overwatch, ready to provide immediate fire support if needed. High above the operation, providing an invisible layer of security, 6 F-35C Lightning II stealth fighters from the USS Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group patrolled in shifts. Their internal bays carried precision-guided munitions, and their advanced sensors fed real-time targeting data directly to the minesweeping flotilla via secure data link. The F-35s remained silent and unseen, but any IRGC ship or fast boat that dared to interfere would be met with devastating accuracy. The first mines were detected at 03:28. A towed sonar array locked onto a cluster of Iranian contact mines drifting just below the surface. Controlled detonations rippled across the water as EOD teams and sweep gear safely destroyed them one by one. Bright orange fireballs briefly lit the night sky before fading back into darkness. The helicopters above maintained tight formation, gunners scanning for threats, while the minesweepers continued their methodical advance through the narrowest section of the strait. At 03:55, trouble appeared. Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps (IRGC) fast attack boats suddenly emerged from a hidden coastal cove, engines screaming as they raced toward the American minesweeping formation. Heavy machine guns and rocket launchers opened fire, attempting to disrupt the operation. The helicopters guarding from above reacted instantly. MH-60R Seahawks descended lower, door gunners unleashing accurate bursts of 7.62mm fire that raked the lead Iranian boats and forced several to veer away. One Sea Dragon helicopter provided covering fire with its ramp-mounted minigun while continuing to tow its sweep gear. The moment the IRGC boats continued their aggressive approach, the F-35s from the USS Abraham Lincoln were called in. 2 stealth fighters broke from their patrol pattern and dropped low over the strait. With clinical precision, they released small-diameter bombs and Hellfire missiles that struck the attacking boats with surgical accuracy. bright explosions lit up the water as 3 IRGC vessels were destroyed outright, their wreckage burning and sinking rapidly. The remaining boats turned and fled toward the Iranian coast, pursued briefly by helicopter gunfire until they disappeared from sensors. No American vessel or aircraft was hit. The minesweeping operation continued without interruption. By 0510, the main minefield had been systematically cleared. Over 24 Iranian mines, both drifting and moored types, had been located and safely destroyed. The critical central channel of the Strait of Hormuz was now declared safe for commercial shipping. The minesweepers began recovering their gear while the helicopters maintained protective orbits until the last UUV was retrieved. At 0605, the entire task force began to withdraw in formation. The MH-60R and MH-53E helicopters returned to their parent ships, rotors still turning as crews debriefed. The F-35s from the Lincoln completed one final high-speed pass over the cleared channel before heading back to the carrier deck. All US forces returned safely with 0 casualties and 0 damage. The United States had successfully conducted a complex minesweeping operation deep inside a high-threat environment. Iranian attempts to mine the strait and intimidate global shipping had been answered with superior American technology, professionalism, and decisive firepower. The vital Hormuz passage was once again open and secure. Tehran's threats to close the strait had been neutralized in a single night. The message was clear and unmistakable. When the US Navy decides to keep the Strait of Hormuz open, it will do so with overwhelming power, constant air cover, and precision strikes that leave no room for Iranian interference. Any future attempt to mine these waters or harass American forces will meet the same swift and lethal response. Operation Clear Passage was complete. The Strait of Hormuz remained under the watchful eye of the United States Navy, protected from above, swept from below, and defended with unstoppable force.